I'm just not feeling it. Like, I'm just not feeling it at all. You know? You ever get that way sometimes, Ross?
Yep, it's a long weekend, man.
It was a long weekend. Big facts. Someone's typing a comment on a post I made like 45 minutes ago where I said 9:30. Yeah, I did say 9:30-ish, kinda. Oh, look, two viewers. Hey, that's something. That's good. That's a start. Hey, we got four.
Sean
Um.
Murphy is watching.
Oh, is he? He kicked your ass in fantasy this week, did he?
Yeah.
Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Anyways, how was your weekend, Ross?
It was alright.
All right.
Yeah, it was alright.
Just all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had my last kids game.
Oh, okay. How'd that go?
They won. Frederick County again tried to cheat.
They tried cheating again.
Yeah, basically what they did was instead of an A and a B team,
Yeah.
they gathered them all up and separated them, played them amongst themselves. So my B team played against kids that were like 7 years old, and they're like 4 and 5. So
Oh, geez.
yeah, but for my team it went well.
That's good. Well,
Mad Dog had about 100 yards rushing,
oh, really?
but only gained about 15 total yards.
He got them all laterally running.
He ran backwards, sideways a lot.
Oh, damn.
Even ran backwards and then threw the ball.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, it was alright.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Sunday was a day.
Sunday was quite a day. Saturday was quite a day. What a
Yeah.
weekend. Shoo. I'm still feeling it, man. I'm still a little hungover from York. Like, I'm not done with that tournament yet mentally, but I'm ready to move on from that. And let's ready to get back to the Washington County Flag Football League. We'll also take a look at the results from this week. Starting with the first game of the day, where it was. Am I reading this correctly? X Dogs 35, ADR 0?
Yep.
Oh, wait. It was an ADR. It was another, as I call, persona of theirs.
If you want to talk about a shell of a team.
Only 7 guys. But you know what? Shout out to the 7 who showed up for ADR in that game. You guys are real troopers for doing that, playing 7-on-9 against the X Dogs. That takes a lot of courage and spirit. The result was not favorable, but at the end of the day, they tried. And you got to commend them for that. 35-0, the result. Dogs on the year, I want to say they're 7-0 now at this point. ADR is now sitting at 4-3, which that's the most losses they've had since 2017, that spring season when they were still TMT, where they lost 4 games that season. So, yeah, pretty wild to think about, but we have yet to see the full ADR.
True.
We just keep seeing all these variations of them, but we've yet to see the Horde. And I'm telling you, the Horde's coming. So X-Dogs now 7-0 on the year, ADR 4-3. We'll see where each team goes from here as we enter their final games, actually. The X-Dogs is playing their last game this week. ADR will be off this week, but they do play their final one next week. We'll see how it goes. Second game of the day. This one was one that almost got postponed as well, but did not. It was a Red Knights Brunswick game. 20-12 was the result of this one. Not as bad as you would think it would be with how the Red Knights have struggled as of late and how Brunswick has played a lot better. But at the end of the day, the Knights with Andy kept it a little close. Seemed like they came back in it. Don't know too much about this game, but from the looks of it, not too bad on the Knights. However, for Brunswick, this is their first ever win against the Red Knights. Let's talk about that for Brunswick. Twice this year, they scored their first ever wins against opponents, beating out ADR and the Knights for the first time. That's a huge growing step for this team and program where it's heading to.
Yeah.
The offense seems like it's starting to click a little bit better. I haven't had time to do any sort of stats for this week because I've been busy with work, so I don't have anything yet. I'm going to try to post some sometime tomorrow-ish instead of tonight. So we'll see what that says. And the final game of the day, which that one looked like it was a blast. 32-28, Spartans over Brunswick. And
definitely game of the day.
Definitely the game of the day. And there's film. There is film of it.
But nobody can have it.
Nobody can see it yet. Brian Swagger is holding the film of that game hostage. Brian, this is Joey saying to you right now. Get that footage out there at the end of the season, bro. People need to see that game. It was a good one worth watching. Like I said, hard to give a recap. Wasn't really there last week. Hardly anybody was really there in County. Most of us were in York. But we're back on track this week. As we go to the power rankings, looking at it, number 9 of the power rankings is going to be, from what I'm going with, I'm going to have Red Knights. Red Knights, another struggle, another loss. Yep. Doesn't look too good for the Knights, does it, Ross?
No. I wonder how many they actually had dressed.
That's what I'm wondering, too, because I was
wondering how Brunswick gave up 12 to them, if I'm being completely honest with you.
12 in that game, and then they gave up 32 to the Spartans, which that's the most the Spartans have scored all season.
True that.
The Brunswick defense...
That's the most Brunswick has scored all season, too, though, isn't it?
That is, yeah. That game was a shootout. Best secondary in the league. Still questioning that comment. But Knights are number 9 right now. Number 8, I'm going to go with the Brunswick Railroaders now. That game against the Knights, they did great. Don't get me wrong, they got the win. But, however, the loss to the Spartans, it was close, but got to put them back down a notch. And with that loss, Brunswick seems like they're on the verge of elimination right now from the A bracket contention. 2-4 on the year is their record. They could still get in, but they're going to have to win back-to-back against Ruckus and X-Dogs.
Sure.
You're telling me a steep hill to climb if you're the Railroaders.
Yeah, that's tough.
But you know what? They're from Brunswick. They're used to climbing hills.
Nice.
Number 7 on the countdown is the Tri-State Spartans, who got their first win since the beginning of the season, showing they're not the bottom of the barrel when it comes to this league. They have beaten both Railroaders and Red Knights. However, they've also struggled in other games. 2-5 is their current record right now. They're well out of A bracket contention. But this team looks like they're ready, Ross, to make a statement in the B. What do you think?
Wait, what's the records again?
2-5 is the record for the Spartans.
What was the record of the Railroaders?
Railroaders are 2-4. Railroaders are still alive. Spartans are out. However, I got the edge on Spartans right now in the rankings because
They beat them?
they got that win, yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
That win speaks volumes because
that's a tough one even for me.
Yeah.
Because I like to go off a record.
So you can go off a record, but I think that at the end of the day, the biggest thing here is you look at who's
the head-up matchup.
Yeah, and right now, Spartans got the edge on both Railroaders and Knights. But we'll see. Swagger's got film. He's going to check that game out and see what he can do in the future.
Swagger's got the film.
Number 6 is the program who they were busy with us this weekend.
Yes, they were.
Yeah. So nothing to say about them. Number 5 is Broad Axe, who was, from what I hear, busy doing other things this weekend. They weren't in York. A few of them were in Deep Creek Lake, I heard. Having a good time, you know. Getting a little vacation mid-season.
Last little hoorah for winter strikes.
Yeah, I mean, winter is coming. It might be coming this Saturday for Broad Axe. We shall see. Number 4 on the list is ADR. I'm not going to drop ADR. I'm not going to really punish them for that game. Actually, sorry, scratch that. I got Ruckus at 4. Sorry, I skipped Ruckus in my head. Again, they were not with us this weekend. They were in York, so nothing to say about Ruckus.
Right.
Been a while since we've seen Ruckus, though. Kind of wondering how they're going to come out. Number 3 is ADR. Again, I'm not going to drop ADR for this game. Like, to say that they lost 35-0, yeah, but it wasn't true ADR. You had Jacob, yeah, you had Cato. They supposedly had a player that they're going to unveil to us come playoffs. We'll see if that is. None of us saw him, but I heard about him. He was really good.
I didn't even hear about him. So
I heard there was a player. I don't know.
there's a player.
There was a few other guys, but I can't really punish him for that. I'm not going to really lay it on him. The game should have been rescheduled. We should not have played this weekend at all, if you ask me. I feel like we were better off just not playing, period.
That's my opinion, too.
Yeah, I feel like it kind of hurt the quality of games, to some extent. Although, from what I saw, Brunswick Spartans, instant classic.
Yeah.
Number 2 on the list is the Warriors, who, once again, we're off this week. So, not much to really say on the Warriors.
I could say something.
You can say some things on the Warriors? You want to come on camera?
Nah.
Then you got nothing to say.
We'll keep it trucking.
All right. And number 1, once again, the X-Dogs, who are lucky or possibly quite lucky they haven't faced a Horde yet from ADR. They got possibly the weakest personality we've seen so far, the 7-man team.
Did you say possibly?
I mean, the higher...
Even with 7 people, you still...
If 7 people, they probably could have beaten the Red Knights.
Oh, man.
I think so. That's just me, though. The Knights probably would have dressed about 6 if they played. But that's just me. But number 1 is the X-Dogs. They have been up there for a while. They're trudging along, 7-0.
Yep.
Matty Ice and them trying to end the decade the way they started it. Champions. The question is, can they hold on for one more game in the regular season and 2 more in the postseason?
Who they got left? Oh, Brunswick.
Let's take a look at the schedule. Kick it off. 9 a.m. It's going to be Brunswick versus the X-Dogs, which is a do-or-die game for the Brunswick Railroaders. They need to get the win in order to stay within A-bracket contention. And, in a year where they got their first win on ADR, they got their first win on Red Knights, I think there's a possibility this Railroaders team could score an upset. You're going to see a very old-school football game breaking out, similar to what you saw with the Warriors X-Dogs game a few weeks ago. I'm really excited for that game. I think it's going to be an instant classic and one for the ages for certain. I think it's going to be a lot closer than people think, too. What do you think, Ross?
You asking my true prediction?
I want your opinion on this game. What do you think going in? Do you think Brunswick has a shot at upsetting the Dogs?
No.
No? Not at all. Okay. I think you might be sleeping on them a little bit, though.
Here's my hang-up.
What's your hang-up?
12 points for the Red Knights, who didn't think they were even going to have 9 to dress. So whoever they did dress was clearly random. Who knows? I wasn't there, so I don't know who they did dress. But
Well, I know they didn't have Ken or Scunyon, because they were both in York.
Correct.
They didn't have Chad.
Correct.
So what did they have?
Exactly.
And
they
if
still scored 12.
Yeah, I mean, that is a little concerning if you are the Railroaders.
So do I think they have a shot of... No, I don't.
No? So no for the Railroaders?
Nah.
Okay. We'll see.
It's hard to say.
Yeah. Second game of the day is going to be one that I personally look forward to. This is easily the game of the week. Got to meet my speaker next time. That's going to be Broad Axe versus Warriors. 12 o'clock kickoff, or 10:30 kickoff. Sorry, I'm used to these games starting so later in the day. We're actually back at 9 a.m. this week.
Yep.
We haven't played a 9 a.m. game since, what, week 1?
I believe you're correct.
It's been a long time.
That's been a while.
Yeah. We're actually an early kickoff for once. But this game's going to be at 10:30. This is going to be an absolute trench fight from start to finish with you guys. I'm really excited for this game. The real question is going to be, who is the better quarterback between Foster and Townsend in this game. Because Townsend has been slipping up lately. Whereas Foster, in the short amount of time he's been playing quarterback, he's put up a lot of touchdowns. 9, I believe, he's got for you guys in 3 games. 8 in his debut.
Right.
So it's going to be really intriguing to see where you have a quarterback who is seemingly on his way down a little bit in Townsend. He's kind of stepped a little bit down compared to where he was a few weeks ago, or a month ago, rather. And then you have Foster, who seems to be on his way up. That's going to be the matchup I look forward to seeing in between those two quarterbacks. I think that's what this game's going to boil down to. But we'll get to that in predictions. And then the final game of the day, we're looking at Program and Ruckus. One of the best rivalry games in the WCFFL. 12 o'clock kickoff. And I always am excited for this game, Ross.
An intriguing matchup.
It is. And
especially for the time and
the fact that these two have so much history together. They've shared so many for years. Right, Dave?
What's up, man? What's up?
I was just saying how Program and Ruckus have shared so many players over the years, yourself included.
Yeah, man. Definitely been on both sides of that.
What are your thoughts on the rivalry, having been on both of those sides, Damien?
It's always a fun game. I love it. It's always pretty intense. But when I was on Program, I didn't get to play Ruckus. Oh, damn, Whitney called me a clown. Damn. I thought we were cool.
Do you, as a Ruckus player, consider Program to be your biggest rival?
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's always fun. It's always trash talking. It's usually a close game. Still mad that we lost to them last season, though. It kind of hurt.
I can imagine, because you guys actually had the number there for a while. The Program didn't beat Ruckus from 2016 until about that game in the spring, where they pulled off the upset 14-6 up in Greencastle.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that one definitely. I think that was after we lost to the Warriors too. That definitely hurt.
Yeah, you guys had a whammy during that time period. Slapped down by the Warriors and Program in doubleheaders. On terms of this game coming up, however, you guys are 3-3 and not in the A bracket yet. Does that seem a little?
These last 2 games are not really. It is what it is. But I don't know. After seeing TJ at the tournament and damn, hey, that's shit.
He bought in the tournament. Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm pretty as long as I see that. I ain't really worried about shit. Just be watching.
Hey,
let's get this done.
I can't blame you. He's definitely added a whole new element, layer to that offense that you guys have over there with Ruckus. And that matchup is going to be intriguing to see how the Program's defense can respond. And especially if Brunswick can contain them. Because Brunswick's going to try to play power, but the question is, do they have the speed?
Yeah, true. If TJ breaks on you, obviously, I learned that. I missed his flag. He stiffed arm me. Granted, when we played the night, so can't miss his flags. If you do, it's a chance he's going to house it.
Big facts, big facts. I agree. I saw it all weekend with his flag, his hip moving ability. He was absolutely balling, and I've already seen in a short time how different Ruckus is with him at quarterback. That offense against Broadax was firing on all cylinders. It's unfortunate, though, but because in the last 3 weeks, you guys haven't been together.
Yeah, I know. And then, we didn't play that well up in the tournament either. So, hopefully, hopefully.
I wasn't going to bring up the Raiders, but I know you guys had a rough time.
It's all good, man. What's done is done. We played like shit. We got our asses whooped, and it is what it is.
Well, I hope you guys were able to bounce back for the upcoming Mason-Dixon Classic. Always wishing the best for the MD Raiders, and
Yeah, like like I don't know. It is. We'll see. We'll see how that goes in the next few months. What's going to happen and all that. Well, actually, like 1 month. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, we'll be looking forward to that, and we'll definitely have coverage of that tournament when it comes around the corner. For now, however, what do you think of these matchups this week? Starting with the 9 a.m. game as we get to the prediction round of this segment, the game between Brunswick and X Dogs.
uh, Brunswick can't pull flags like the X Dogs can. So yeah, they can run the ball, but the X Dogs are undefeated. So like they're gonna win that game. I see them winning. Like Matt's proven, no matter who's out there with them or not. Like they don't have to have Kiesler or Brady. So they, I see them winning, at least by 2 scores.
2 scores? Okay.
Mm.
Ross, you had them winning. Personally, I think Brunswick has a shot at this game, but they got to play perfect ball. They got to be able to be more physical than the X Dogs are, which I know that sounds insane. But you got to remember, Brunswick's style they like to use is the 11-man style. They like to be physical up front in the trenches. They like to pound the ball. Ian likes to use his body when he can.
But like also with that at the same time, like they try to control the game, but whenever the other's team is putting up points fast, like you're running the ball, like, and the other team already has what 14, 20 points on you. That's only going to work for so long. You know what I mean?
That's true, but Brunswick is starting to get some kind of a passing game going. I feel like if they can get the right balance of that, they could be a very successful team in this league because that old school approach still does work in flag football. I saw 3 tight ends in New York this weekend when I was up there.
Yeah,
I saw
me
I
too.
saw Rampage run
I was a victim to that a few times. It was pretty fun.
that. I can imagine.
Yeah,
um,
it's whatever.
but I got X Dogs winning this one. We all got X Dogs. I just feel like Matt Eisenberg's too much for Brunswick to contain. I feel like the trenches, if Chile is definitely there, that's going to cause problems for Ian all game long.
Yeah, definitely, because he can definitely run around them linemen. Nick's pretty fast, but Chile's been balling this year, so there's no really stopping him.
Nick doing okay. I saw that truck from the Blackhawks hit him pretty hard.
I heard about it. I didn't see it. I was like,
It's on the live. It is on the live.
I'm about to check that out. That show was funny. When I heard about it, it happens though. There's grown men out there, like
Yeah, those guys up there and the Blackhawks
yeah,
were no
but
joke
the
this weekend.
Blackhawks, like you guys, like I told you, they play very physical. So you know, what I mean, I actually thought you guys were gonna win that game, but it's just all about gelling experience and having time with each other. You know what I mean? Like I feel like if you guys once you guys face them again down the line, it should be no problem. You know what I mean? They're just a physical team, and you can't see their quarterback like behind that line. You can't see him. You cannot see him. If their line's huge and he's about 5'6", 5'5", you
He's
cannot see that.
he's damn good too, man. Tommy
Yeah,
Lightfoot.
he's been playing for that dude's been. I've been seeing him play forever. He's been playing for a long time. I don't know his name, but I've definitely seen him a few times.
Tommy Lightfoot, yeah.
Yeah, he's fast. He's not slow neither. Definitely can move.
For sure. As we move on to the second game, Broad Axe Warriors. Ross, I know your opinion on this game, so we can move on from that. I want to know
Well,
yours, Damien.
I think I talked to a few of the Warriors like about that game. I'm like, damn, like you saw what you know. What I mean, you saw what TJ did. That's what TJ would say. Like, you know, what I mean, I thought it was. I didn't think it was no I in team, but TJ, you saw what TJ did, and you guys beat TJ, and we beat them by 3 scores. Like, what do you guys think they're going to do? You going to do against them? But I don't know. I actually think that game's going to be closer though, just because Tyler's going to
Think
be
so.
talking shit. Yeah, I think it's going to be close, just because Tyler's going to be talking shit.
There is a lot of interesting storylines going into this game, especially if the Warriors do dress their former Broad Axe players. I mean, you consider Tyler's on that team, Zeke is on that team, and Chazo has popped up before on the team too. So
Yeah.
it's going to be really interesting if the Warriors trust those three guys that are going to be against their old broad expos, or friends rather.
Oh, that's right. Zeke's on the team too. I forgot. Shit. What are you doing over there, Ross? Ross giving out free HJs for everybody to join the Warriors. You got everybody over there. What you offer,
I don't
man?
know
What's
how.
up with the contract? Like, what's in the contract? Free beer and pizza?
Ross thinks you're negotiating for a deal. Is that true?
Nah, man. I'm good. I want to beat Ross. Fuck Ross, man. I'm good.
Is that your opinion on the game this weekend? Fuck Ross.
I think I'll give the Warriors about 10 points. So I think they'll pull it out. You know what I mean? It's not really easy to catch. Foster's a lot faster than he looks. So
Yeah, he can be deceiving. He's got the hit movement down
I
too
don't
when he
really
runs.
think not too many people on their D lines will be able to keep up with Foster. So if he breaks out, they're not going to catch him. So they should win by 10.
Warriors by 10.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I have heard that Broadax might be down some players next week, which could really make this game interesting, especially in the trenches. But I heard the Warriors might be down a player too in their trenches. Just stuff I hear
Mm-hmm.
when I'm just listening, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I
They
feel
suck
like
anyway. So it doesn't even matter.
I feel like ultimately this game, because of the fact that both trenches will be somewhat down a few players, it does come down to the quarterback. Like I said, Foster and Townsend. And both are in so different directions right now because Townsend's been struggling. Like I said, he didn't look good against Ruckus. He didn't look good against Brunswick either.
Yeah.
Whereas Foster, he lit up Ruckus. He lit up Brunswick when he played both of them
Thanks
for
for
8
the reminder,
touchdowns.
bro.
Yeah, he came in there and balled against you guys in that game.
Yeah, that was very unexpected. Like I'm like, all right, we about to fuck Cody up, and then Foster comes out there. I'm like, damn, it's not about to be easy. Don't get me wrong, like it's not easy really to get to Cody that much neither because Ross and all of them are pretty. They look like they suck, but they're pretty good at blocking and staying on their blocks, even after you get around them.
I agree. Um, so you got Warriors by 10. I'm gonna go with Warriors getting their first ever win against Broadax. I feel like this is the time for them. They've been doing it all year. They got their first against Program. They got their first against you guys. Got their first against ADR. Almost got their first against X Dogs on top of it. And
Everybody got
so
close to X besides the program. No.
they got smoked. That game was not even close. They played 3 quarterbacks in that game too.
Mm. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Ricky can make a lot of shit happen at different spots of different positions on the field, but you know
I
what I
agree.
mean? I can't really talk. I don't know how many quarterbacks we done had this season, so you know.
I know you had 5 in one game.
I don't even go back and watch that game. Damn, 5 quarterbacks in one game. You see Renner's back on the team though, making plays and shit.
That's a big thing for you guys, and as I'm thinking about this next matchup between Program and Ruckus, that's a factor you got to consider too. Is Steven Renner being back on that field? Especially you get it back on defense. That's a rusher, and you get him on offense. He can play wide receiver. Like he's a very versatile player, and one of the more underrated threats in this league because he's so
Definitely
good at
underrated.
different positions.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely underrated.
I would ask you your opinion on this game, but I feel like we already know who you're picking. Ross, what do you
Yeah.
think of Ruckus program?
Ooh. Also, like I said, interesting matchup, man.
Yeah.
I don't know who Fergus bring it.
It's a must-win for both teams, so it should be pretty fun.
Yeah.
The programs had different kind of identity a couple games this season too, like you said with ADR. So I don't know. Well,
Especially with the quarterback situation, because I saw Ricky Miller, Gary Little, and Ant Smith all take down reception or plays at quarterback.
right.
And of the three of them, the one I can't see Gary being the long term guy, but I could see Ant possibly stepping in that role. But Ricky did have 2 touchdowns late last game, so we'll see what program does. I feel like that's going to be one of the factors that is who they dress at quarterback.
I want Ricky to throw the ball. Like, I'd rather him throw because, like, the only 2 touchdowns we scored this weekend were Ricky running. So he's obviously dangerous on the run. It's not easy to pull his flags, one. And then if it rains this weekend, too, like, that shit. I don't think playing flag football in the rain anymore is too fun. Is your face moving?
Yeah, that was
Stuck there for a second.
that rain was bad on Sunday. That was really bad. That field was so torn up that they decided not to play the championship game on that field after the last game ended.
Right here.
Luckily, we've had no rain all season in county, so like let's keep knocking on wood and hoping for that because like we don't got any time for rain out anymore.
It's only 3 games this weekend, so like why are we starting at 9? I thought it usually starts at 10:30 when we only have 3. How you feel about
myself?
How you feel about the reffing this weekend? Tell me that shit wasn't horrible. That shit was horrible.
Abysmal. And one of my favorite parts of the weekend was Keith, Don, and Tom coming up from Hagerstown to train the Pennsylvania refs on how 9-man works.
That shit was horrible, bro. Like we were playing the game, and they're about to kick an extra point, and I cuss, and the ref's like, "Watch your language." I'm like, "Fuck you! Y'all didn't say nothing about no language. Everybody was cussing." So like
everyone, yeah, the language was like insane. Like there was no other syllable without a fuck word or any other word being thrown in there.
Like how you guys feel about playing in another tournament next year? There, I don't think I'm with it. There's no way that like it takes experience and time. It's no way like that shit. Like the competition was.
Here's the thing: if everybody bails after the first one, how are they ever going to get experience in time?
Yeah,
you're right. You're right.
But
they got to do better. They got to do better next time. The competition was fun. Like, you know what I mean? The competition was it was top tier. But
shout out to that Gusto Land team you guys played against because they were a 7-man team converting to 9-man for that game.
Bro, you see that quarterback? That motherfucker. Oh man. That quarterback.
I edited their film with Ride Out earlier, and yeah, he was impressive.
He literally like he didn't like he threw the ball, but he scored the 3 touchdowns they had. He ran them all in. Like every time it was any type of situation, like, hey, like we gotta get a first down, it's 4th down. He ran and he got the fucking first down. Like he did it all for him. He was pretty good. Why are you worried about what I'm doing?
No, he was damn good. And frankly, there was a couple good squads up there. Like it was like I liked the competition that was up there. That made it good. We had a lot of familiar flag football faces up there. There was some damn good football played, but the officiating was bad. I do agree, and the ADR fields were not exactly ideal. That was the rough part there was like realizing that you were in the red zone within just 2 passes.
Yeah.
It was like almost an arena game breaking out.
Are you talking about our first game on Sunday? Well, our only game?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that shit wasn't fun at all. You could tell they played with each other for a long time and they showed us that we had like stood no chance. Like when it was 7-7, I'm like, all right, cool. And then they come back out the very next drive and score a touchdown. I'm like, all right, we're not gonna win like this. Like you can't make the mistakes and you can't like do something good and then immediately shoot yourself in your foot. You know what I mean? Like when we played Saturday, even though I think we lost like 20-0, the game was only 7. It was 7-0 at half. We stopped them a few times, even though I felt like they were playing around with us. Like they didn't respect us or anything, but you know what I mean? Just a whole bunch of talking. The refs didn't know what was going on. People getting pushed. It was crazy, but I had a good time. I enjoyed it. Definitely an experience. Ready for the next one, you know?
Same, and I'm ready for this weekend though. First, before we get to any tournaments, because we got a regular season to finish. We got a playoff run to make,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
I look forward to this Ruckus program game a lot. Finishing off with that topic real quick, it's always a battle with you two. It's always a good game. This time around, though, I feel like you guys are a more well-rounded team, especially with TJ taking over now at quarterback. He's given Dehaney more looks. He's spreading off the ball. It's an excellent offense, a very nice, rounded system. I don't think the program defense can guard it. I feel like Ruckus runs away with this one.
yeah, but I feel like I know we're gonna be missing some people, and they probably will too. So it's gonna be probably a lot closer than you think. But
I mean, it's a possibility. Like you never know with flag football. Like a lot of what you would think with flag football was kind of shattered to me this weekend. Like I saw a lot up there in York that made me reevaluate the way I go about this game. Um, and I feel like the knowledge I gained from this weekend will really help going forward, especially when it comes to this game and knowing it. Um, but I'm stoked for this weekend. We're back. Last 2 weeks of the regular season in Marty Snook, and then we got playoffs for 2 more weeks, and then that's it. Aside
yeah,
from Mason Dixon, of course.
yeah.
We're about to hit championship month, the biggest month of the year.
You're ready for this shit, ain't you, Jay?
It's going to be wild. We got county playoffs. We got Mason Dixon. We got a Turkey Bowl still. And maybe, just maybe, we could put together an all-star game.
What would the All-Star game be? Like, if it's us versus KFL, it'd pretty much just be us versus the Misfits. 'Cause who
There's
else?
a lot of ways we can go about it. I feel like it's something that the captains should start exploring. And I wouldn't say make it, and I'd say make it something where you can have it open to anybody who wants to play from the league. Because you're not going to
Mm,
get guys who are first tier draft picks who want to play. I think I remember you were drafted as part of the All Star team last year. Whenever
yeah, I
ADR
wasn't.
tried to do.
Yeah, I probably wasn't gonna play in that shit. It'd have been fun, but I wasn't gonna take off work if you know what I mean. Like it wasn't like it was put together, but it was kind of like if it happens, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I ain't making that shit. I ain't making that shit this year. I've been playing like ass.
I think it'd be something nice to look forward to, and who knows what else is around the corner. I mean, we're hitting the part of the year where it's going to be bittersweet, but it's going to be very difficult too, because winter's coming.
Jordan said Derek Haney said he's not playing this weekend. It don't matter. You got like besides Cortez, none of y'all can stop beeping Dustin, so it don't even matter.
I think they got to worry
No
about
one.
guarding TJ, especially when he starts running.
Yeah. No one gives. I don't think a lot of people give Beep and Dustin the respect they deserve. They actually like came a long way. They're way better receivers. They're just white, and they're not like the guys that go up there and like fucking, you know what I mean, like got hops and go grab it. But they definitely are pretty good at getting open. Both of them are.
They're definitely versatile players. No slight against them whatsoever. Dustin's Busted and Beef have both been around for many years.
Mm, that dumbass spin move he does, it works all the fucking time. I told him, you got to be careful. Someone's gonna hit his ass. You know how people get tired
Yeah,
of getting grouped and shit.
yeah. But anyways, Damian, Ross,
Yo.
it's been nice to talk to you guys again. We got Saturday coming up, 9 a.m. We will be live for Brunswick X Dogs. For Damian Coates and Ross Collins, I'm Joey Blaze. See you all Saturday.
Peace. All right, yeah, see you.